All right, fade them out. Woo! The amazing talents of St. Ricketts, everybody. Woo! All right, St. Ricketts, www.stricketts.com. The song is What Fire Cannot Burn. Our great friends, Eric, Kenny, John, Tom, and Anthony St. Ricketts. Check them out. Apple Music, Spotify, all that great stuff with Fire Cannot Burn. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday night.
Woo! Woo!
And welcome to another episode of The Yo Show.
You.
I am Jeff the Shark Parini. Welcome you. Good evening, Tracy. Good evening, Danielle. Thank you for coming on. Just people right up and just jumping on it. Welcome to another Wednesday night edition. Again, Jeff the Shark Parini with me as always. The beautiful, the incredible, the co-hostess with the mostest, the sister from another mister, and the newly claimed nickname, the queen of the quarantine. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jewel Tatey. Jewel, good evening.
How are you doing, Jeff? I am a little nervous.
I'm extremely nervous, Jewel. I'm doing great, though. Tonight is our birthday episode. We're celebrating Jeff's 21st birthday. All right,
yes.
Jeff.
Happy birthday.
21 at last, my first beer. I'm so excited.
The great thing is you can have a birthday bender week.
I can have a birthday bender week. I can. It's going to be just like a whole week, maybe 2 weeks worth of quarantining and birthdaying. I didn't get myself a cake. I got more than enough alcohol and beer and stuff to just let me go. Henry's excited. He's upstairs barking. We're doing home stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Danielle, for the happy birthday wish. Greatly appreciated. Jewel Tatey, what is going on? What's up? Talk to me here. I need it.
I'm excited on so many different levels tonight. Happy birthday once again. We're going to sing to you sometime in the episode. But
I love it.
You're the king tonight. And I guess I'm Queen Quarantine, right?
Queen of Quarantine.
I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to need a couple more of these. And then I'm going to give myself a new nickname. You know what that nickname's going to be? Paul Abdul. Because I'm just going to get drunk and tell this man he's great tonight. That's all I'm going to do.
I love it. In case anybody's wondering, the man we are referring to is our very special guest tonight who took the time out during the quarantine and everything that's going on to join us. Former American Idol artist, superstar, beatbox expert, the amazing Mr. Blake Lewis, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy crap.
All right. If all goes well, technically, we will see Blake Lewis around 8:30 this evening. My man Mark Unger said birthday bombs. I don't have bombs. But when we get through this thing, I'm going up to York, PA, see my man Mark Unger from the Zen Garage. We're going to have birthday bombs, Jewel. Jewel, you're coming with us. Everywhere I go from now on, you're coming with us. Matt DeFabio. What's up, Pete? What's up, Matt? Matt, of course, is from Vedic. We will get back to you, Matt. We will definitely see your band. You're coming to see us live. You're going to see me and Jewel. Jewel, you look stunning tonight. Show everybody a little bit of what you got going on. I thought I tried to outdo you. I got the king's crown. I got the tie. I got the suit coat. I got the white shirt. You still blow me away with your gorgeousness. Show the folks. What do you got going on?
Not really. Loving the crown. Just trying to be colorful because Blake's new album is very colorful and super dreamy. And I just wanted to get in the mood and bring it tonight. And I can't wait. I hope he takes like a little request. Like I hope he does a little beatboxing for us. That would be kind of amazing.
Maybe. I don't know if he's listening yet. I don't even know if he's linked on. We gave him the links. We gave him the add-on. He's supposed to just join right in. We're supposed to click him right in that quick. Mm-hmm. But if and when he gets here, I want happy birthday beatbox. I want it. I want happy birthday beatbox. Yeah. I'm so excited. I really want it. Wanderlust Unknown is amazing, Danielle Wallace. Thank you very much. Great brand new album by Blake. Wanderlust Unknown just released. I mean, it was out just a few short months ago, and it is incredible. And Blake's amazing. We are so excited he took time. Jewel, hats off again. An amazing job to bring Blake to us. If he doesn't show up, you're going to look like an ass. But either.
Oh, jeez. I hope not.
If he doesn't show up, it's because of our horrible friggin' technology we have. Can't wait to get back into the studio because the technology we have here is terrible.
Yeah, but it's great because I was just a fan of that season and a fan of Blake. Like, I was pulling for him. He was my winner for that season. And Jordan Sparks ended up winning, and I believe they're very good friends, but she's amazing. But he is just on another level. Like, you'll listen to Blake and be like, oh, in that one part, maybe he sounded like this person, or that one. Like, there's so many different levels and layers, but it's totally Blake. Like, he's just a unique singer, songwriter. He's amazing. Wait do you say?
I love it. He is already with us. We're going to play some of his songs. I already see he is tuned in. He is giving us praise. He's smiling. He's loving it. Let's click him in here. I don't know how this works, Blake. We have never done this before. It's just brand new to us. There he is right down below. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest, the amazing Blake Lewis. Yeah! Woo! Blake, good evening, and welcome to the Yo Show. And thank you so very much for taking time out. Great stuff you got there, man.
Oh, thanks. It's a little temporary studio. I'm all posted up in Washington at my best friend's house during this quarantine lockdown.
That's great stuff. Don't mind my outfit. It's my birthday show. My birthday's actually a couple days now.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you very much. I got a birthday wish from Blake Lewis, folks. I'm done. Good night, everybody.
birthday.
Dude, that was absolutely amazing, dude. Everything I could have ever hoped for. Danielle Wallace wanted to say hi to you. She's a big fan.
Oh, yeah. What up, Danielle?
A lot of big fans coming on tonight. Dude, really, again, thanks so much for taking the time. We're going to just ask some questions. If you want to drop in with a song, we appreciate that. We got some songs downloaded from your brand new album, Wanderlust, which is awesome. Tell us a little something. Before we even start, tell us a little something about the brand new album.
Well, where'd it go? Oh, I just had it out. You mean this whole thing?
Oh, I do. Oh, on vinyl. I love you some vinyl.
Yeah, it is I would say my most cohesive album. It's a mixture of like jazz, pop, hip hop influences, and a little more organic with the beatboxing and the production. I kind of put myself in a box, and I was like, okay, I'm only going to use these tools and write this way. And it was super fun. And I did most of it with this amazing like gypsy jazz guitar player, Luca Pino, and there you have it.
And the sound the sound is so full and rich, and you could just tell that you're such a big part of that, like within the beats itself. How much more did you want to like incorporate like the smoothness, because it has such a smooth flair? How do you think you've grown from this album compared to your previous ones?
Kind of funny enough, it's almost like going back to my roots with this album, because I sang jazz in high school, and I've always like grew up with, you know, obviously like the greats, the Rat Pack and Ella Fitzgerald and Nat King Cole, and I fell in love with a cappella and jazz music at an early age, and so kind of with the help of Postmodern Jukebox being a part of that. You know, I just kind of got jazzier every year.
Yeah.
And I guess it's because I've done so much synth pop, and I was a full-on raver at the same time as being a fan of jazz and doing jazz performances when I was, you know, young, 16 till now, you know. So I just, with this album, was like, I'm going to try and not overproduce anything and just let the song speak, you know, when writing.
Right. And I was such a fan of Postmodern Jukebox anyway, and then I saw that you had a song, like you did Radioactive, Postmodern Jukebox, and I was blown away. I mean, I was just a fan of you, and how you did your spin on that was crazy. How did you get involved with that and the a cappella tour?
Postmodern Jukebox, actually, they first came to LA, I would say, maybe the winter of 2014. Scott Bradley, Adam Kubota, they moved from New York, and my dear friend Shoshana Bean had her album release show. I I think it was for O'Farrell Street, her album. And after her show, I thought we would be hanging out, and she's like, "Oh, I got to go to another gig." And she's like, "This group, Postmodern Jukebox, playing at Hyde in Hollywood." And I was like, that's strange, because to me, Hyde was like this like super, I don't know, kind of snobby Hollywood, vibe, you know what I mean? And not knowing that they had moved to a completely different location, and it was like totally nice inside. And because Hyde used to be, when I was in Hollywood for the first time 13 years ago, was this tiny, tiny little spot that you couldn't fit a band in there, And so I walked in, and Scott Bradley instantly recognized me. And he was like, "You got to sit in. I'm a huge fan of yours." And ever since, I started playing with them. Like literally 2 weeks after that, I went on tour as their host and did 4 songs every night with them on tour immediately. So
that's so cool.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Serendipitous moment, I would say.
Awesome. Let's go back a little bit to your beginning to us, your American Idol days. Now, I read that you weren't really too thrilled with American Idol, but you kind of got shoved into the process of auditioning and trying out. What's it like? Like the whirlwind of being in something so big. What's it like auditioning and getting accepted? How'd that feel to you?
Oh man. I mean, that moment in my life, I had just turned, I think 24 or 25. Dating myself now.
Oh, please.
And,
not here, you're not.
I was a full-time musician. I was working on my first album, Audio Daydream. I came up with that name way before I did Idol. And my friend just called me out of the blue, was like, "Hey, I'm dragging you to audition for this." And I never, in my wildest, they had come through the town six years in a row. I'd never wanted to be a part of something like that. And I was like an underground pop, underground hip hop, and jungle drum and bass. I mean, I'm the same person now as I was then. Like musically, I was kind of all over the place, And he's like, "Mate, I'm picking you up at 5 a.m. We're going to Key Arena, and we're going to stand in line, and we're going to audition." He's like, "Think of a song you can sing for 30 seconds, and there we go." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the rest is history. I kept making it. And I was like, wow, I'm like really not putting that much effort. I'm just beating myself, beatboxing. I didn't want to beatbox at all. That was the only strategy I had. But they also have like you have to write like a full, like all your accolades, all about you. And so they read that before you like walk in the room. They're like, "Hey, it says blah, blah, blah." So in the audition, Randy made me beatbox. And of course, that's all they edited and showed until it became the live show. Luckily, I made it to the live show. They didn't show me singing and getting like standing ovations for certain things.
Really?
All they showed me was beatboxing. And I was so mad about it. They turned it into a gimmick, but that gimmick got me far. And, America liked my arrangements. I just looked at American Idol as like a remix competition, because that's what I was doing live. Whenever I would sing someone else's song, you know what I mean? I always wanted to make it mine. I didn't want to like, do the same thing. And now we live in a cover world, and I'm a part of like the biggest cover band of all time, which is Postmodern Jukebox. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they're doing it in a unique and original way, So.
But no one does covers like you. And I watched the Bon Jovi one over again. You did "You Give Love a Bad Name," and he's like, "Oh no, Blake's rolling the dice with this one." And everyone knows that song is a certain way. And then you come in and beatbox over that. People are like, "How's this happening?" But it just worked for you, and like the whole time. How was it like going into that scene? Because you auditioned and then you were thrown in with like Bon Jovi and Gwen Stefani are coaching.
Yeah, I mean, it was a whirlwind. Like meeting all those people, love them or hate them. Like some people I wouldn't know their music, and man, every week was like a treat. I had the most fun, I say, out of anyone that has ever been on that stage or that show. I talked to everyone. I learned so much. I talked to the lighting guy. You know what I mean? The mentors, they were only there. Like we only got to talk to them maybe for like 15 minutes or a half hour. You know what I mean? I really more appreciate the producers and like the sound engineers and stuff. Those are the people that I learned a lot from. But the celebrity mentors was fun. It was like, like a kid. Like Gwen Stefani was like dopest when I,
Yeah.
was like crush on her at like age, 13, 14, Tragic Kingdom, that album I wore out, you know what I mean? So talking to her and her manager, that was cool. And then Bon Jovi, I mean, I wasn't a fan of his music per se, but I loved his band.
Yeah.
I love Bon Jovi as a whole. And he honestly wasn't too nice to me. And then, because he didn't believe in me, you know what I mean? But his band did. So that was an interesting experience, and then of course he praised me after the fact, but before he wasn't too nice to me. So, each week was different, you know what I mean? You never know. I mean, I got to talk to Bono and Quincy Jones for like an hour and a half, and
that's crazy.
Robin Williams called me on the phone one day, you know what I mean? And he's my ultimate idol. So yeah, it was a moment etched in time for me, that period of my life. So it's all I can say is like that whole experience until the finale was amazing. So
that is amazing. And I got to be honest, you're an amazing talent. And when I watched you come on, I almost felt it wasn't fair because I'm like, well, he's so good. He does the beatbox and he sings great. And he's got all this talent and he may not win this. So I got nervous for you the whole time. But seriously, elevating all those talents, being like, you played the guitar, you played the drums, you play the loop pedals, you beatbox. How do you fit all this into your day?
I was a really annoying child. And I needed an outlet, and my mom was a bluegrass singer and rock, and I grew up with that in the house, so I was always singing and playing piano. I started taking piano lessons when I was, I think, 11, and it was the thing, like that on my neighborhood was like everyone's doing piano lessons, so it was like all my homies were doing it, and I just got really into it. And I always wanted to be a drummer, and I got drumsticks one year in my stocking, and I like ran downstairs to see where the drum set was, and my dad's like, I didn't buy you a drum set. I was like, give me drumsticks. But he did buy me like an amp and a microphone, and coincidentally that year I saw my first a cappella group and my first beatboxer, and I was like, wait, I've been doing this my whole life subconsciously. And then from that moment on, I was a beatboxer because it became conscious, and my world changed. So that amp and that mic took place of a drum set, and later on I got a drum set. But I was born with rhythm. I was always tapping on stuff in the kitchen and all that stuff, and always doing weird noises with my mouth and mimicking people, even though they didn't really like that and they thought it was annoying. I was just that annoying kid, you know what I mean? And that's how I just, I always had more energy, and I still have more energy than most humans. So I have to channel it, or else I'll go crazy, and the voices in my head will ruin me. So,
so you said early on, one of your influences, your favorite bands was 311. Were you a fan of like Dougie Fresh or any of those other?
Yeah, I mean, of course, like hip hop in the 90s.
Can't beat it.
It changed culture as we know it. So I was heavily influenced by the beats. The Roots, I would say, like Rozelle and Scratch from the Roots, and Black Thought, Questlove. Those were my 90s things. Dougie, he's the creator. So of course I was a fan, Bismarcky, Dougie, Fat Boys, all the originators, all the creators, I pay mad respect to all of them. And of course they were, you learn from them, and then you develop your own sound, and you learn from other people. I learned from electronic music. I was heavily into drum and bass and jungle and world beat, and like, tube and throat singing from Tuba, Mongolia, and other places. I was always listening to Peter Gabriel and his influences, and how he started WOMAD, this amazing music festival that I was fortunate enough to like go and talk to these tube and throat singers, and learn about the human voice and how magical it is. It's it's the first instrument on Earth. You know.
Absolutely incredible, and it is. And you do it so well. Now, I've tried it, and I sound like I'm making fart noises. I sound like a baby burping and all kind of disgusting stuff. How do you realize off the bat that this is a talent? Like, does it take a lot of work? It just kind of goes with the flow. I
mean, just naturally, if there's some talent there, then you got a head start. But it always takes work. It always takes listening and time to perfect your craft, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. So for me, I was a skater, and I was always like filming my buddies skate, jump on rails, and I was always like the soundtrack of it. I was like, and that was like my basic skill level as a beatboxer until it opened up, and then I was like, oh, there's this and patterns and this PTH is like a snare and like and any noise you can make with your mouth can become that sample of that pattern, you know? So I started wrapping my head around it, and this a cappella group that I had seen, Impact, which is still around, the beatboxer in it, Matthew Selby, he was the one that opened that door for me and, you know, just unlocked that one thing that just took it over the edge. And then I was a beatboxer, you know? I was doing South Park and voice acting and just, you know, doing impersonations and stuff at that time. I wasn't really a beatboxer. I was like writing songs on the guitar and stuff, but not using beatbox. And then that just blew my mind, and it was over.
You must do a perfect Cartman.
I can do a couple of them. Dude, you're such a bastard. You gotta settle down. I haven't kept up with my South Park, but
oh my god, that's great. One of my favorite songs, like back, so I guess your season aired when I was in college, and this is when like LimeWire was really hot. Sorry, but we couldn't get songs like we do now streaming. But She Loves the Way was one of my all-time favorites. Like, I have that YouTube video saved. I can't find it on any streaming sites, but like that just blew me away. And was that originally going to be on any album, or did you plan on bringing that back at all?
You know what? It came out as a video with my good friend BT, who's an amazing one of my mentors, and you know, he's produced everyone. He produced Peter Gabriel, and he did NSYNC's Pop, and he did, you know.
Wow.
Anyway, so I did it with him. It's funny that you like that one, because that's like one of the most sexual songs I've ever written.
Oh. Oops.
That's our dirty girl.
Thank you. I'm so glad you like that. That came from like an improv. Because I mean, I used to do, when I was developing my sound, I would play an open mic like or two every week, and that song came. That actually came from an improv, not at an open mic, but in my studio with Reggie Watts, which I should release the original of him, because he's the one that came up with that kind of melody. So
just made my life.
Him and I improv in my studio high in like 2003 or 4, actually, something like that.
That's amazing. Yes, please do that.
So tell us about give us the inside scoop. American Idol. You guys don't really get along, do you? You hate each other. It's a competition. You really don't you're not rooting for anybody but yourself. Am I right?
You know, actually,
come on.
There is seasons like that, I've heard, but ours was like, we loved everybody. I mean, our season was the whole Sanjaya thing, and he was young and he was annoying, but we still loved him, and he was like our little brother, you know what I mean? And now he's like an awesome human, you know what I mean? Back then he was 16 and just like what is like shiny lights, you know what I mean? So that was the only thing in our season, you know, touring with minors. Jordan was a minor as well, but she was like totally chill, and you know, that's interesting once you go off a show, and then immediately back then, you know what I mean? We did every single state. We toured every state, stadiums. It was crazy. Yeah. You know, fans lined up for, a mile around the stadium, and it was nuts. You know what I mean? So it was crazy, and crazy to tour with people every day, no matter who that is. If you're like the most successful band in the world, or like just you get tired of being around people. It doesn't even matter who they are. You're just tired. You don't have any time for yourself. That year, 2007, I had 2 days off, and that was Christmas.
Wow.
That's the 24th and 25th, So it's crazy.
So you have some new collaborations on your new album. How was it like? Were they very carefully thought out? Did you have an idea ahead of like who was going to be on the album? And
I mean, I asked, like, it was organic. So I have a song called So Fresh, which is I wrote about Dougie Fresh, and I sent it to him, and he was going to jump on it, but his schedule, he just got too busy. So I always wanted one of my favorite rappers, Ross Ion of Common Market, and he jumped on it, and just this crazy verse. It's just amazing. So that was kind of in my mind. And then my friend Olivia for Made in America, which is kind of just a satirical piece of kind of like millennials and just anyone who thinks like America is the best, like ego. It's like an ego piece, and we wrote that together, and that was fun. I just produced half her album, so
oh well,
that was kind of like a cool duet. You know what I mean? I'd never done that before, really. I mean, on my first album, Lupe Fiasco made an appearance, but he was never in the studio with me. He did that from Chicago. Wow. So this was cool to have my friends in the studio, and I would always want to take any of my pieces of music and kind of do what Linkin Park did with Reanimation, and get every like dope MC on their album. You know what I mean? And then Elliot Yamin, my homie from season 5 of American Idol, blessed the album, and he and I lived together for about 7 years. And so this was kind of like the last hurrah of us living together. So bittersweet, but yet also probably one of my favorite pieces. And, it's about keeping your head up. I was depressed after Idol for almost 2 years, and I still, want to lift people up and tell my story. So
sure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's very strong. I'm sorry.
All right.
I was just going to say, the Made in America, it's such a pretty song, and you're listening to it and grooving, but it has a deep message too. Did you plan on that, and do you plan on making more statements like that in the future with your music?
Yeah, I mean, it really comes with inspiration and what comes at the time. That one, I really just freestyled, and that we don't need your sympathy, living in our own hypocrisy. That just instantly came to me, and so we wrote from there. And that song was just easy. When it's easy, it's you're inspired, and it's the best, and it's just like, there it is, no rewrites. I've written so many songs, and I've rewritten so many songs so many times that it's just like, things that come in at the final hour or a lyric, or you're in your car listening to your album and you're like, man, I got to rewrite those lyrics. That's not where my head's at for that topic now. Or, you've enlightened yourself and your opinion has changed. But it's always the best when you have those moments, especially when you're collaborating with a friend that knows you. My older albums, I was very fortunate enough to make Audio Daydream, and that's mainly with Ryan Tedder of One Republic. And, that was a lot of his vision. Well, now that I produce myself, I work with people that know me, you know what I mean? Especially when I'm writing lyrics, if I'm going to collaborate. If I write the song myself, that's great. But I love collaborating, whether it's, people in the background helping me write a song or their feature, And so this was just great because Olivia and I got to, just make that statement. It's just a statement. It's really not, asking any question if this is okay or what's your opinion, you know what I mean? It's just kind of a blanket statement of what is America right now.
Right. It's a beautiful song. You make it look easy.
Oh, thank you. It's not.
Yeah, we definitely got some turmoil right now when we got to kind of reinvent ourselves and find ourselves, which is great. If you're just tuning in, Blake Lewis, former American Idol contestant, and new album Wanderlust Unknown. Blake, let me ask you a question. Oh yeah, that is a great album. So I definitely check it out. Wanderlust Unknown. Question that I want to know, because me and you were in the same boat in 2007 when everything was running wild, American Idol and your fame. You were voted one of the 50 sexiest people alive, which I've been also. I've been voted one of the 50 sexiest people alive. I know how it is on you. Did you just take a look and do you stop and look and you're like, me? Like, what is going on? Are you blown away by it, or did you think that's where you belong?
That's funny. That was just should never happened, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Whatever.
I've read it.
It surprised me. My management didn't even bother to tell me that was happening. And I like maybe partied the night before, or I had a late night music. I don't know what happened the night before, but they're like, "We got a surprise for you." And I show up, and they're like ready to shoot. And they're like, "You know why you're here?" I'm like, "No." And they're like, "You were voted this, blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Why would no one tell me this information?" Maybe I would have slept. None of the clothes they had for that. You know what I mean? I was like, I probably would have like gotten a stylist or something if I was going to be in this issue of the magazine.
Oh my God.
I never thought in my life I'd be a part of. So that was funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Ask the question again.
I mean, basically, like being voted one of the sexiest people in the world in the whole 2007, like the time of your life.
I've never thought of myself as sexy or something. You know what I mean? That's like such a like intimate thing, and hopefully your lover, your partner, your wife, your husband thinks that of you. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing that really matters. So
I hope so.
Good answer.
I can be like, look in the mirror like as I'm going out and be like, I look good. You know what I mean? But to be in a magazine like that, I was just like, all right. I didn't even know what to say when they were asking me the questions. It was like sprung on me. I was just like, okay. And now I don't know how they feel about my quarantine beard now. So, you know.
Oh, dude, this disaster, right?
Grow.
2 months.
The ladies love it.
Hope so.
So we did something here. We didn't get a chance to do it because you came in to us and we wanted to get to you right away. And if you don't want to answer, we get it. We always do top 5 lists on our show. Top 5 category. We usually try to gear.
I love lists.
We try to. Well, this one's going to be good. We try to gear it towards the guest. I want to hear. Can't see them. I like it. Blake Lewis's
to-do list. The procrastination list. As I like that.
Top 5 American Idol contestants in Blake Lewis's mind.
Oh. Elliot Yami. My homie.
He's quick.
Adam Lambert.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Haley Reinhart, Casey Abrams, Clark Beckham.
Wow. Where's Blake Lewis on that list?
What? Wait, what show?
Did you get to meet Haley Reinhart, right? Did a Postmodern Jukebox too? Did you get to work with her?
Oh, yeah. We're great friends.
That's awesome.
I'm friends with all of them. I got to shout out the friends. And my homie Brandon Rogers as well. Haley and I toured Europe together. Same with Casey. Brandon and I have done shows in Punta Cana and Cuba. Elliot and I toured twice together, you know. And Clark, when he was in LA, he stayed with Elliot and I for a couple weeks. So just super talents. Every one of those people are just amazing singer-songwriters, performers. So that's the beautiful thing about American Idol. It connects. It connected so many people, regardless if it was through the TV or on stage or in the audience. I have friends for life.
That's amazing. That's such a good team and friendship you built there. Do you follow any of the new seasons, or this new season that's on now is pretty good?
Oh, is it? No, I don't. Unfortunately, I have a problem. A problem that the fact that they filed for Chapter 11 and then they just all of a sudden don't have to owe $200 million and they get to be on television still. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I wish all the contestants luck, but it's like kind of the Katy Perry show, and I love Katy Perry, but and I love the producers of the show too. You know what I mean? But I honestly, I haven't watched it in, I don't know, like I only watched the up into Haley and Casey's season.
Oh, wow.
And I think that was season 10. So I only watched it for 4 years, and I had never seen it before either. And I also haven't had cable or an antenna for like almost 20 years. So like, you know, someone in my house has that I watch it. And Elliot's a religious watcher, so he would watch it, and I'd come down from my studio and check out a bunch of singers. But I watch it on Instagram because they post singers. So I know there's some great vocalists and artists on there this season, and there always is. But no, I haven't watched it. I've never seen my season. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Oh, wow. You haven't like watched it the whole way through?
I've never seen a full episode that I was on ever.
Wow. That must make you mad though, because like, man, they cut out this part and just with the TV and all.
Well, the thing is, in my day, there was no Twitter. You know, there was no social media. There was no HD. So all the footage from back then is just really low quality on the internet, unfortunately. And I didn't own a TiVo, or my parents, you know what I mean, I think. And so I have like my performances. I've seen all of them. That was one thing when I was on the show, I would look at my performance because I'd never been on TV before, and there's 13 cameras and you're like, oh, did I look at that right? Did it look cool when I did this? Like, and try and get better every week. That was like the only thing I wanted to do because I was representing myself, you know, and not make a fool of myself. Yeah, but sorry, I'm also the tangent master, and you ask one question and it opens a can of worms when you talk about it.
That helps us out a great deal.
But yeah, I don't watch it now. I don't watch a lot of television. I'm just kind of at Netflix and HBO are my jams.
Okay, it's on Hulu, so.
Oh, I have Hulu. I didn't know it was on there.
Right now, again, because we got to thank you big time, because we tried to have you on a while back, and you know, schedules get busy.
Thank you. Yeah, that's also my fault too. I you know, read an email and just I'm getting better at just immediately replying. Otherwise, it's like,
no, I know.
Oh crap!
That was my fault too. Sorry.
Who should I be watching out for if since you're a fan, Joel, of this season's American Idol? Who is your picks?
There's this great little songwriter, Lauren Mancetti from Nashville. She's a country singer. She has a husband in the business though, so he might have given her a leg up. She's very good, and Julia Gorgano is very good too. She got the thumbs up from Brandi Carlile. She sang one of her songs.
Well, they look for artists now, so I mean, they're kind of following the Voices path when The Voice came on and kind of challenged them, you know, and The Voice is all about finding the artist, which that's been American Idol's, you know, MO since the beginning, but it was way more apparent now, you know. Right.
I just like the realness. Like, I like the real stories, you know, and you were just such a unique contestant, and you know, you made it to the top, and it was just cool to see. And you know, I wish you nothing but all the success that's coming your way. I apologize. We have so many friends in the industry and the music business, and I feel for all of you guys. You know, we do our show here, and we mostly have musicians on, so I'm sorry about the tour. But if you'd like to talk about it or rescheduling plans, or
I mean, I hope so. They asked if, you know, November was free for our schedule. So I was on this tour called Acapella Live, which was amazing. Organized by Deke Sharon, who created the Sing Off and Pitch Perfect movies. He's the godfather of acapella, and I've known him for 20 years because I was in an professional acapella group straight out of high school. And we met then, and we did gigs together. And he finally called me. He's like, "Hey, I got this, you know, opportunity. Would you like to host this tour and do your Loop one-man show?" And I was like, "Yes, I would. That sounds amazing." And it'd been booked for almost 2 years, and we finally set sail February. And it was kind of like almost like a 3-month tour with like a little break in the middle. And we just got started on the second leg of the tour, and you know, COVID. Damn you, COVID.
COVID-19.
Curse you, COVID.
The sequel, COVID 2020, coming to you real soon.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, it is no more. But I really hope this we get back on track and we make that curve plummet.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And I have you need to come closer to the Philadelphia area. I mean, if I have to, I'll go to New Brunswick or Maryland.
I know. What's up with
a hike?
we didn't have Florida or Philly or so many places. We didn't even have like West Coast. I'm like, yo, I'm from Washington. And I got tons of and it's a great show. Women of the World, they sing in like 36 different languages. They're amazing vocalists. Committed, which is an amazing like gospel soul R&B acapella group, and then the Philharmonic, who are on Late Night with James Corden, doing that stuff, and they're so fun to watch. And it was a really cool, eclectic show, and really for people that aren't even fans of acapella, they would like the show a lot. Right. So it was sad for it to be canceled, but here we are, staying creative in our humble abodes, and hopefully it starts up again.
We're gonna hit a song or two off the album after you're gone, because the sound here is brutal, and I don't want to insult you with your great music. If you want to get to know more, or you're a fan, www.BlakeLewisOfficial.com. Get all the information right now on one of the most talented and underrated superstar artists of our time, Blake Lewis. Absolutely incredible. Again, thank you. When everything breaks, when COVID breaks, this is the question I got to ask. Mm-hmm. When COVID breaks, what's the first thing on your mind? What do you want to do as soon as this all breaks?
Oh my God, hug my family.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Hug my friends. Listen to live music in front of people and perform for people live, at my favorite venues.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's awesome.
It's pretty much everything, right?
Every that. Kiss a lady. give high fives to strangers.
And oh my God.
All of the above.
I love my wife, but I got to see a face besides hers. No offense. I know she's watching. She just chimed in. I got to see a face outside of yours. And that's why we really appreciate you coming on tonight. Just see a different face. Me and Joel do this every Wednesday. We got you down here. We got to learn a bit about you. Like I said, we're going to play some songs. It's we're letting you go. I'm not going to keep too much of your time, but we want to thank you. Blake Lewis, ladies and gentlemen. Again, www.BlakeLewisOfficial.com.
Actually, Instagram's better right now because I have to rebuild my website because it got a little bug. So,
shit. So hit us with,
what is actually down as of like a month ago. So
what's the Instagram address? Let us all know. So
it's just anything / Blake Lewis. I prefer Instagram, but Facebook's cool if you want to hit me up, and Twitter I barely use. So.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Get them on Instagram. Get them on Facebook. And website will be back up soon. The album is Wanderlust Unknown. The artist is Blake Lewis. Blake, thank you so much for coming on the Yo Show, dude. We love you for it. Greatly appreciate it. We'd like to bring it back after this is all over. We get to tour on. What do you think?
I would love that.
Awesome. Blake Lewis, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us so much. We love it. Have a great night.
Oh, you too.
Thank you.
Bye, my friend.
Bye.
Bye.
Joel, that was incredible. Blake Lewis, just absolutely amazing. And he's still waving from us. Somehow they still have him on the back part of the stream, and I don't know how to get him off it. We got it. Actually says kick him from the studio. I feel so bad. Oh, he let himself go. It says kick from studio. Here's how you treat your guests on StreamYard. Kick him from the studio. So great. I don't want to take too much of his time. I'm sure he's got things to do, even in the lockdown. I'm sure he's got producing to do and making records. And we're going to play one of his songs in a moment. Let's brush up again real quick. Joel, let's go to it real quick. Let's hear the top 5 list before we stop anything, because we all know where this is going. Top 5 American Idol favorites of all time. Joel, I'll let you go first.
Oh, geez. My top, my 5th was tied, the new season. If you haven't seen it, it's on Hulu, American Idol. Laura Mancetti and Julia Gorgano, both amazing talents. Number 4 was the late Michael Johns, such a sweet guy. Jeez. Lost him way too soon, but he was an excellent singer. Number 3, N2. I was seriously a fan of these women when they were on the show because I was like obsessed with it. I mean, I watched all the episodes. I mean, all the seasons of all the, you know what I mean. But
Yeah,
3, Carrie Underwood, I just knew she had it from the beginning. She was just a real girl, and you know,
love her.
pipes were outrageous, so I loved her. And 2 is Kelly. I love Kelly. I was rooting for her the whole time, and I was so happy for her when she won. And my number 1, of course, incomparable Blake Lewis. Woo!
Ah, woo!
That was unreal. Unreal.
That was unreal. He awesome. And you know what? That's a great top 5 list. And I didn't write it down because it sounded so familiar with my top 5 list.
Yeah.
And let's give you my top 5 list. Number 5, you got to give a shout out to the local Jewel Teddy. I'm very shocked at you. Justin Guarini from season 1, a local guy. Come on, give Justin some love.
No.
You're the worst local.
He's the sweetest. No.
He's the sweetest. Number 5 is Justin. Number 4, before he went crazy and lost his shit, was Bo Bice. I love Bo Bice.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what happened to Bo Bice lately. Jesus Christ, that guy's fucking whacked.
Oh. I don't know.
I am. Oh, my God. Oh, you don't even know. Google Bo Bice when the show's over. Wowie. Number 3 is the lovely Carrie Underwood. I love Carrie Underwood. I got a little crush on you, Carrie Underwood. I knew you were going to win from the get-go because you're a cutie pie, and Simon likes the cutie pies. Number 2, the Hall Pass, Jewel Teddy, the only woman I will leave my wife for, the love of my life outside of my wife, the girl I adore, the cutest, the sweetest, Kelly Clarkson. Kelly, mwah, I love you, Kelly. If you're watching, call me. That's my baby.
Might be.
Oh, she might be. Kelly Clarkson, call it, baby. I love my wife and all, but I am so crushed on Kelly Clarkson. I can't stand it. Oh, I love it. And number 1, and I mean this even before he was on the show, because me and Jewel always talk about it. It is Blake Lewis, because Blake, like I say, plays all the instruments. The beatbox. He beatboxed for my birthday right there. That makes you tops. I mean, Blake Lewis, just absolutely awesome. And he's great, and he is number 1 because his talents are just absolutely blown away. Great top 5 list. We absolutely love Blake. We are so happy he came by. My man Ryan Dean wants to chime in. His top 5 American Idols are probably Blake Lewis, Kelly Clarkson. Oh, I love Kelly. Call me, please. I mean, Carrie Underwood, David Hernandez, and Adam Lambert. You know, I keep forgetting Adam Lambert.
Yeah.
The dude is like him and Queen. Like they are on top of the world right now.
Oh, and Daughtry was huge too.
I like Daughtry. You know, I suck ass at this.
There's a lot of them. A lot of seasons.
What could I say? See, I sound like Daughtry. That's why I get confused. Do I sound just like Daughtry?
A little bit. So that was awesome.
Absolutely. We got to play a Blake Lewis song. I'm going to give Jewel Teddy a little heads up on something. I keep getting these text messages. I don't know if we want to do this or not. Sounds scary. But a former guest, Emily Cipriano, wants us to tap her in. And she's at the Pole Academy doing exercises. So we're going to try that. We might have some pole dancing for you in a few minutes if I can figure out how to do it. In the meanwhile, our good friend
show after dark.
You know what? We might go 5 hours. It is my birthday, however. Real quick, Danielle Wallace wants her top 5. Blake Lewis, George Sparks, Kelly Clarkson, Philip Phillips, and Carrie.
Oh, yeah. He's good too. Oh.
I didn't like the dude with the white hair that won.
Terry. What was his name? Ted? I don't know.
Ted Teddy Bear. I don't know what the hell his name was.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm going to apologize beforehand to the audience and to Blake Lewis because being at a home studio, my audio sucks ass. But anyway, we are going to play some Blake Lewis. This is from the album Wanderlust Unknown, brand new. This song is called Pot of Gold. And Joel, it's friggin' awesome.
It is awesome. And if it sounds
Taylor Hicks.
not so good here, just play it somewhere else, but still watch us.
My man Mark Elton said happy birthday. Mark Elton hanging for some Blake Lewis. We'll be right back in the Yo Show in a few minutes. God, this is going to sound terrible. Sorry, Blake Lewis comes on our show and he's going to say, asshole, please my music horrible. Anyway, this is Pot of Gold from our guest, Mr. Blake Lewis. The Yo Show.
Beyond the walls of apartment 6, threads of the future unraveling. Music so loud just to cover the sound of the thunder. He wanted to love her, he really did, but he made one too many promises. Deep down he knew that nothing he'd do would ever be enough. Sometimes it takes a million heartaches until you know. Not everything that glitters is worth the cost. I'm trying to tell you now, there ain't no pot of gold. There ain't no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The end of the rainbow. There ain't no pot of gold. The end of the rainbow. Between the heartbreaks and honeymoons, pressure was threatening to consume, and every smile shined bright with denial, a perfect display. She wanted to love him, she really did, but as it turns out there were opposites, and her expectations left her isolated with no one else to blame. Sometimes it takes a million heartaches until you know. Not everything that glitters is worth the cost. I'm trying to tell you now, there ain't no pot of gold. There ain't no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The end of the rainbow. There ain't no pot of gold. There ain't no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The end of the rainbow. There ain't no pot of gold. The end of the rainbow.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tonight's very special guest, Blake Lewis with Pot of Gold. How fitting for my birthday, because I am the pot of gold at the end of your fucking rainbow. Audience, I love you. Joe Teddy, you're the goddamn pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. What's, like, ridiculous?
Okay.
All right.
Wanderlust Unknown. What an album, man. I mean, it's just, I want to have a just relaxing experience. But I am just a true fan. I have been for so many years, and it was just amazing. And go get the album, stream it, buy it. Show love to your fellow musicians.
Absolutely.
We know that we have a lot of musicians watching tonight, and we just like to support everyone. And it was awesome that he took the time to be here with us. So I'm just over the moon. I'm so happy right now.
I agree. And quick question for you: that Pot of Gold. Listen to it. Listen to the beat and the lyrics. Is that a song you can fuck to? You think? Like, is that a fuck song?
The album is very dreamy and soothing. Feels like you're on a tropical isle.
You dodged the shit out of the question. Can you fuck to it?
Oh my goodness. I'm glad you contained yourself when Blake was on here. Sheesh.
I don't want to ask Blake if he can fuck to it. Anyway, let's do because he would say yes. You know why? Because that's Blake.
Good Lord.
He's very free in his sexuality. I got to do this. I got to do this piece. It's a serious piece. Jewel, we do serious pieces here every once in a while. I'm not half as drunk as I'm acting. Stop it. Stop hiding your face. You're on the Yo Show, goddammit. Your name is right there, Jewel Tatey. You can hide your face all you want. People know where to find you. Anyway, let's do this. Very serious. Our good friends, Tracy Collado and Deborah Metz. Tracy is a good fan of the show. Hi, Tracy.
Hey!
If you remember, her daughter, Brianne, is the representative from the Pennsylvania Internet Radio Association.
Yes.
So since her daughter was like to come out, Tracy basically told me I owe her a favor, which is fair. No, seriously, a very serious thing. May 2nd and May 3rd is the Bucks County Food Drives. We're a Philadelphia show. We like to give back to our locals, Bucks County, Montgomery County, etc. May 2nd, May 3rd is the Bucks County Food Drive. Now, of course, for the families in dire need of food, the struggle is real right now. It's hard times, Jewel, the COVID-19, the whole 9 yards. Money is scarce, whatever. Mary's Cupboard, a.k.a. the food pantry, is involved in this, and they're having these 2 food drives. If you're in the Bucks County area, get yourself to Langhorne or Levittown. May 2nd is going to be at the Detective Chris Jones Memorial Park. That's 499 Beechwood Avenue, Langhorne, PA, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 noon. Deborah's there. Thank you, Deborah, for watching all night. We greatly appreciate it. We appreciate your calls as well. Bring canned goods. Bring perishables. Bring stuff that people right now could use in a time of need. It's very important. May 2nd is that one. May 3rd, it's at Mary's Cupboard, or the food pantry, if you will. May 3rd, 100 Levittown Parkway, also between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. Bring food to this drive. It's huge right now. A lot of people need our help. There's some of us that are fortunate enough to have money, collect unemployment, have a job, still be out there and be able to feed ourselves. There's people who don't, Joel Tatey, and right now it's important for everybody to get back. Again, May 2nd, May 3rd. May 2nd, the Detective Chris Jones Memorial Park at 499 Beechwood Avenue in Langhorne, PA. May 3rd, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Mary's Cupboard, 100 Levittown Parkway, Levittown, PA. Get out there. Bring some canned goods. Support those who need it. What do you think, Joel Tatey?
Is there a website that they can go on and donate, maybe?
It's not a website. It is a Facebook event.
Okay.
So if you can't reach anybody from the Facebook event, come out to the Stoop Radio Network, which you're watching us on right now. Drop us a message. Ask us how we can donate, because Tracy has said that she will pick stuff up. She will give for those who can't give, etc. So if there's a way you can't give, you can find me, Jeff Perini, on Facebook. You can find Joel Tatey on Facebook. You can find the Stoop Radio Network. Drop us a message if you want to donate anything at all. Do it right now for the people suffering from COVID-19. And that's not suffering by having it, it's just suffering by being locked down and can't work, Joel.
I know. It's just terrible. Blake also works with the Foundation Feed America, so he has that link up on his socials too. I forgot to talk about that when he was on. There's so much to get to, but Feed America, if you're local, contact one of us and we will direct you to the right spot if you can't get out. I know it's hard for some people to even get out, or they don't even want to go outside. So yeah, whatever you can do, every little tiny bit helps. So
absolutely. And Deborah, who runs this along with Tracy, said that they'll pick up. Mary's Cupboard is one of the places you can drop off as well. So a lot of people are just dying to help, and it's for a tremendous cause right now. We're all in this together. We love you all. We thank you for watching. We thank you for coming out. I know that we get some drinks in us. We get giddy. We get silly. We got music guests on. But deep down, I mean, we're caring people too. And we love our community. Deborah, do not thank me. You're welcome. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to present this to our audience. We're givers. We love our community. We love PA. We love Bucks, Montgomery, Philly. We love you. We can't wait to get back in the studio. We can't wait to get back to Sweeney's. We can't wait to get these bands of St. Ricketts and Bettich and Empress and my man Jeff Perlman and guys like we can't wait. Max from Surrender Dorothy. We can't wait to get you guys back in the studio and have people coming out and watching new music.
Yep. And if you want to be an audience member,
I want to be an audience member in the studio too. Come on in. But again, thank you to the people at Mary's Cover. Thank you to Tracy. Thank you to Deborah for contributing and putting your time forward for this great effort. My wife is working her ass off. My wife's in healthcare, working her tail off, Jewel. It was a bitch today. She got her ass kicked today, but she's out there doing it for the people.
I feel for everyone, and hopefully this won't last too much longer. The Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf just announced that it's May 8th now. So it was May 1st. Now it's May 8th, which it's probably not going to happen. I have tickets for a show May 9th. Johnny Brenda's Beat and the Wolf, one of my favorite local bands. It's most likely not going to happen. But
that
yeah,
sucks.
it's just we're ready to get out, and I know we have to be careful once we do and all that. But I don't know. I was reading about the Jersey Shore too, and they're going to lose like billions of dollars this summer if they don't open up. So it's just everyone's getting hit so hard. So we are just trying
there's a lot of rumors out there on who can and who can't survive. And there's a lot of talk about businesses that won't survive, which absolutely sucks.
Yeah.
But, for now, let's all do the smart thing. If you think the smart thing is working or whatever, just take the proper precautions. Put on the mask, the gloves, whatever. If you think staying home is the right thing, stay home. Just be smart about it. We're trying. We're working real hard to get back into a society. Know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying, or you just humor me because it's my birthday?
I don't know. What society are you talking about? What are you saying?
Hey, society. Joe Penny, my birthday is going to get passed. We were supposed to go, and I'm going to give this little shout out to my man, Troy David Hendrickson. We were supposed to go see Troy David Hendrickson in a live show. And now it's not happening.
80s Ladies Night, and we're missing it.
80s Ladies Night. Where else do I belong? God.
For your birthday.
Yeah, I might be the only dude there. For my birthday, we're going to keep going, Drew. We're going to keep drinking because drinking is one of the things we do best. And I know I just had a food drive announcement. Now I'm drinking like a jackass, but whatever keeps you alive. This is not Loso beer, but this is the Dragon Fandango from Toppling Goliath Brewery. And you know why I want to do this on my birthday? But watch this baby pour out. This is a sour of bright red proportion. Look at that bad boy. Look at that.
Ew. Looks like a Four Loco. That's gross.
Tastes
I don't like flavors.
Tastes like powder. Oh, this thing is like, it'll knock your socks off.
Ugh.
All right, so let's talk about a couple of things real quick before we go into Tracy, thanks us so much, and thanks for getting the word out. Absolutely. I don't know how many people are watching, but if you're watching in the Bucks County area, remember the food drive. Jewel Teddy, a huge debate Sunday. A huge debate. A debate that got on my goddamn nerves. And if my man Evan Horn's still watching, you know what I'm talking about. The Kobe Bryant, oh my God. The Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls documentary on Sunday night. It's called The Last Dance. The first two parts were Sunday night. It's like the 97-98 Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan. It's a great story. It's a great watch. Parts 3 and 4 again this Sunday at 9 to 11. It's an amazing watch. But everybody is just blowing up LeBron this and LeBron is that and Michael Jordan is this and Jordan is that. The argument's got to be insane. Did you catch any of this at all?
No.
I didn't think so, but it's okay. And basically, it's a story of the last year of the Chicago Bulls championship run with Michael Jordan as the head of the pack. And it got to be this huge debate all over Facebook how LeBron is better and this generation is better and Jordan was this and LeBron is that. I'm going to tell you right now on the Yo Show, my 2 cents, Michael Jordan and Wayne Gretzky are the two biggest icons in their sport in the history of sports. Wayne Gretzky would have did Edmonton. Michael Jordan would have did the Chicago. Nobody will touch it. And when everybody says LeBron went from Cleveland to Miami. Now he's at the Lakers. Great. Travel the world. Jordan did the Bulls. And Wayne Gretzky hoisted Edmonton to sights unknown. Now he made his way around. But anyway. And you got anything on this? I mean, do you know your legacy?
Are LeBron's numbers better than Jordan?
They're getting there. They're getting there.
So, like, LeBron has time left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. Michael Jordan.
Did Jordan retire early?
He took a hiatus to go play baseball.
Okay.
But he came back. Jordan is 6-0 all time in championships. 6-0 in championships.
What's LeBron?
No, like 2 and something.
Okay.
Sucks.
I mean,
LeBron sucks.
I mean, Michael Jordan's always going to be an icon, same as Wayne Gretzky. So,
thank you.
I don't know. I don't know much about LeBron, but I mean, it's something if he gets his numbers up there and he has the same stats and everything. But I don't know. Maybe we'll find out later he was on steroids or something. You never know.
But why do I got to be called an old man for it? Because I believe. All right, so I'm going to send this feed out now to our friend Emily. Let's see if she's able to join us. Emily, if you're out there listening, I just sent the link to join us here on SteamYard. Click that link.
Gina.
Hi, Gina.
You met Gina.
So Emily, I know Gina.
You went to her birthday party.
Yeah, I did. Woo, is that why we went bowling?
Yeah.
Oh. Worst Uber driver ever. We went bowling, and this Uber driver that we called went to our house instead of our place of pickup.
Yeah, we said that on the first show.
Yeah, I know. So we did introduce Emily, and I got news for everybody out there. If she shows up, strap yourself into your seats. This chick's a lot of fun. If she makes it.
I'll get to talk to her now.
I know. She kept saying invite her on Skype. This isn't Skype.
I think we have a friend in common.
You do? That's poor bastard. That poor bastard, whoever he may be. But seriously, now there's rumors in a couple of weeks we might be back in business. We don't know. They said May 8th. But May 8th might just be an extension. Like, to me, it's an extension. A biding time of, let's tell them May 8th. Because let's face it.
Freak out.
It's right. If they said June 30th, wouldn't you jump to your fucking TV? Honestly.
Everyone would. I mean, there's riots starting already, which, I mean, it makes me nervous, man. Like, it's scary shit.
It makes me nervous. Oh, shit. I see her face. I see her checking us out, and I see her ready to roll. Ladies and gentlemen, former guest, the owner of the Pennsylvania Pole Academy, one of the coolest bitches you'll ever meet, my girl, Emily Cipriano, is about to join us right here. Yeah! What is up?
What's up?
I mean, look, I got poles around me. Do you see? Hey.
Man, that's some
Emily,
space to do
I'm like,
activities.
Jules, we gotta get you in the studio, though. We gotta get you on a pole.
I know, right? Emily, I want you to meet Jewel that you missed last time. Emily and Jewel.
So nice to meet you.
I love you already. So
Oh,
Emily, I hate to put you on the spot, but it's my birthday, so I want to see some
I
serious
know, that's
old
why
dance.
I'm here right now. It's your
Oh,
birthday.
You were the freaking best. You were the queen of the Yo Show. Outside of Jewel. Jewel is locked into the Yo Show.
confetti.
Oh,
Yeah, we need confetti.
that's
We know.
rude.
So what's been good, man? What's going on at the Pole Academy? Have you been exercising? You got people coming in. What's going on?
No, I mean, you know, we're like every other small business ever. We're locked down. We can't make no money. There's people like Ruth Chris and Harvard stealing all our money, but it's fine. It's fine. You know, we'll still survive. But like, when am I going to get y'all on the pole though?
You know, I've been doing like exercises every day. I'm trying to keep in shape, and like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I tweaked my hip a little bit. I'm getting old. I don't know about a pole.
No, listen, I'm going to get you in some heels and get you on the pole. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Jeff, I'm going to put something in your butt. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, a little something in my butt.
That was hilarious. I would have not known how to handle that conversation, and you just took it like a champ.
Dude, I cried my eyelashes off on that, though. I was like, somebody tried to take your cholesterol by sticking something in your butt. You were assaulted.
Yeah, Mo just fed right into that.
Yeah, it was a fun night. We had a great night.
Oh.
We did. We had a great night. I couldn't thank you enough because you're friggin' awesome. And Mo got a little mad. Mo's like, she gives you all these lead-ins and you back off. It's a little different when the pretty girl sits right next to you and you're on the spot. It's a little different.
Is it? Really?
A little bit. Not gonna lie, a little bit.
Jeff gets verklempt.
I mean, you had a few good zingers. I mean, we did learn that you're into sledgehammers.
Yes, we are. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I am.
So if anyone listening right now has no idea what I'm talking about, you have to like backtrack and
Yes.
listen
Yes.
to the whole feed because you have a thing with sledgehammers, and I have respect for that. I mean, that's a lot to take, and apparently you're the king of it. You're wearing the crown. You're the king. You know.
I got it on. I've got this. This is the sledgehammer crown. I wore because I knew you were going to come on and join us. How deep are you in tonight, Emily? I see you drinking some Miller Lite. How many you got going on tonight? Be honest.
I mean, I'm an athlete. So this is my second because I'm an athlete and I have to take everything in moderation, like sledgehammers.
I'm an athlete too.
I feel like we're on the same base with this.
Right.
I'm an athlete. I lift 16-ounce cans. I'm a fucking athlete.
Well, you're an animal. You're an animal. We all know this.
Wow.
You
I'm
need
an
to
animal.
listen up.
But happy fucking birthday, though.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
This means the
It's
world
awesome.
because
I
the
loved it.
best part was, Joy, you missed it too. Emily came on her birthday. And I brought her some tasty cakes. We lit the
Yeah, happy
candle.
birthday to you.
Yeah, so let's
Now it's
And it
Tarsi.
was like right before, the world ended. So we were kind of like, things are happening right now.
Right, that was
we
right
have
on
to,
the
like,
verge.
be careful, like it's weird. And then the next day it was like, oh, the world ended. We're in the Hunger Games.
Yeah, right, like, right.
I'm in District, 18. I don't know where you're at, but I'm in District 18. So, there's an uprising. It's happening.
Yeah.
May the odds be forever in your favor.
Emily said, I'd like to join the usual voyage to Sweeney's, but we're on lockdown.
We're in lockdown for real this time. For real.
So we're going to sing. I got a candle for me tonight. I'm going to put it right in my beer. And we're going to sing the three of us on a count of three. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
The lag is here.
Happy birthday
to
to you. Happy birthday.
birthday, dear
Dear
Daddy.
Day, dear Jeff.
Happy birthday to me.
You.
With poles and
Make a wish.
Look, there's a whole
Yeah.
bunch of for you, though. There's
I made a wish. It's got something to do
And
with
I
rotating
stand up right now,
you
but
and
I'm not wearing pants. So if I stand up,
what?
No
The
pants.
show's so exclusive. That's right. I'm not wearing pants either.
yeah, I got
Me
I have no
neither.
pants on.
What a quinky dink.
I'm not even lying. But in like true Emily form, can I give a little shout out though? Because I just bought this outfit tonight from a local store called Something Else
Cute.
in Doylestown.
Nice.
Curbside pickup, like the whole thing, amazing.
Clothing?
So, I'm not wearing pants. I'm actually wearing girl boxers. Jewel, let me tell you, I'm wearing girl boxers. They're amazing. I'm never wearing pants
Ooh.
again, ever.
Get out. And what's this store called?
It's called Something Else in Doylestown. Are you ready? I'm going to give you a little shot. I mean, hold on. I have really long legs and I'm wearing like tweezers, but are you ready? It's happening.
Oh, wow. There you go. Happy birthday,
Hey,
Jeff.
man, we get the ratings in right now.
So you have to go to like Instagram. It's at Shop Something Else in Doylestown. Girl boxers. It's the way to go.
Very cute. I have to
Emily,
check that out. I live closer to Doylestown now, so now I'm
oh my God,
branching
why
out.
are you not like hanging out with me all the time and dancing on a pole? Like
I
please,
can
get
now.
here.
I can now. It was during this whole lockdown, but as soon as we can, we're all hanging out.
Yeah, you have to come over and take your pants off and let's just see what happens. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Who knows?
But I can't get over how quickly the views have risen since Emily stood up and showed
Yeah!
voices. Hey, no, thanks. I mean, it doubled that fast. Like,
Hi, friends.
do you want to
Very
see
persuasive.
Do you want to see my pants? Do you want to really get the ratings going?
I showed you my pants. You show me your pants. It's super
Okay.
You don't
nice.
want to.
Let's do it.
You know why? I got a shirt. I got like a suit jacket and a tie on, and my pants are jeans.
Well, that's super funny.
Right. So nobody wants to see that.
I feel like Dad just jumped on this feed. Great. Happy birthday,
Emily,
Dad.
Happy birthday, Dad. I am Dad.
We're at a pole studio right now. Like, I'm gonna need you to like get on board. You know what I mean?
Dude, I wish I had a pole right now. I am going to get on that pole. Me and Jewel.
Don't tease me with a good time.
No way. We're gonna do it. Me and Jewel are gonna do a Yo Show live because we talk about doing like Yo Show live snippets, like little pieces. Put on a site. Stop giving me the dirty look, Joel. It's going to happen. Yo Show snippets, and we're going to go there, and me and you are going to climb the pole.
I mean,
I'm
I'm in.
down.
Will there be a sledgehammer though? Because I really want to see this whole sledgehammer thing.
There might be. There might be. For all you that are just now turning in, it is.
I was concerned for your personal safety. I do have a medical background, but you seemed like you knew what you were doing, so
I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I need a few more months of quarantine to get in pole dancing shape.
I feel like we should all be quarantined together and let's just see what happens. You know?
That would be freaking awesome. I work on my wife's curve enough as it is. I'm sure she's trying to get rid of me. So if you guys got a compound you want me to go to, I'm there.
How is your wife though? She's doing okay? I mean, she's like on the
horrible.
And...
Horrible. She is the most miserable lockdown person.
You, so I get it. Yeah, but like, how is she doing like in work life though? You know?
Work's good. She had a good productive work day, but Emily. The energy is Tasmanian devil level, like through the roof. So sitting still is driving her nuts.
Well, and she lives with you, so I mean, it is like.
I know. I saw.
Maybe.
I don't even want to live with me anymore. I'm done with me. I've had enough of me already.
I know. That's how I feel. I'm like, I'm just dead inside.
It's so awesome. And Emily's been like messaging me all night and texting like, I want to get on. I got to get on. I want to get on.
Oh my gosh. That's private. Our texts are private. That's private stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they're private. All right.
That's good for that.
If
you
you
get it all up.
It's not private like in the sexy sense. It's just private in the like, let's not advertise my nonsense kind of shit.
If you want to message me,
shit, but then you just say shit. You're like,
if you want to message me on the Stoop Radio Network on Facebook, I will personally, for $10, send you the text that Emily sends me.
Oh, I would love that.
Wow.
Everybody should see my nonsense. I really like that though, because I feel like I was on point though. Was I not? I was on point.
You're on point.
I feel like, I mean, Blake Lewis is super, super talented. He was really great. Really great.
he is really awesome.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah. Awesome.
Awesome. But the guests curb my drinking. I got to be a little subdued when I'm on the studio with somebody like that. As you can tell, I was very subdued the night you came in.
Yeah, the night
Jordan.
I was like, do you want me to behave or like, can I be me? And they're like, no, just be you. Here's some wine. Drink the wine. And
Joel, the second she pulled up and got out of the car, I'm like, here's a bottle of wine for you. Like the second she pulled up.
Yes.
And then there was like one rule, you're like, listen, we don't do religion. We don't do politics, like you, and I get it, and I said, me too. Yeah. I'm a business owner. Me too. Mm-hmm. And then of course, right away I was like, fuck you, Westboro Baptist though. Hey, there I am again. Fuck you, Westboro Baptist.
I'm gonna
hard.
do this. I'm gonna do this for you, Emily, if you want. Only if you want. It is 9:22. I'm gonna give you, if you got music too, I'm gonna give you 3 or 4 minutes to jump on a pole and give us a little exercise and a little show right here for the
show.
Really? Like just for your
Yeah, really.
All right, give me a song. Give me a song like
Oh,
for your
oh, oh. I got this. Shut up, Jeff. Ooh, I don't know. You like rock
so
stuff, right?
Listen, so we tour with everybody. I can get down to anything. I'm like an old bitch in this game. So
Damn.
whatever you want, I can make work.
I've seen people pole dance to like Lana Del Rey, Melanie Martinez. They're two of my faves. I like those. But if you have ideas, I like everything.
I feel like, for his birthday, we should do something like.
Oh shit! Yeah, give him what he wants.
Like, what do you want?
My wife is right upstairs.
Mm.
My 2 favorite brunettes
maybe a
sitting
little
right
like
here.
porn star dancing, like something like that.
Well,
Guns N' Roses.
I have Guns N' Roses, Korn. Guns N' Roses.
Oh, I
Korn.
like Korn. What's your favorite Korn song? I can get down to Korn.
Let's see. Twisted Transistor.
What?
All right. I mean, I like a challenge, so give me a
That's
second.
like- It's a very choppy song. It's not.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up shortly here on the Yo Show, Emily Cipriano, the world's most amazing pole dance teacher and pole dancer. It's
I love
you are.
All right, so you want Korn, nothing else, just Korn Twisted. No, like Rob Zombie.
Coming Undone. That'd be a good one. Marilyn Manson be cool.
I'll take the beautiful people, Marilyn Manson.
Beautiful people, Marilyn Manson.
You pick the worst songs from them for her to work with.
All right. I'm only doing this for you, though. You should know that. I'm only doing this for you.
Nobody else is watching. Just me and you. And Joel.
No, I'm just saying. Otherwise, this would be super expensive, but just for you, I'll do it. Hold on. Let me put the music on.
Wow, my God. I've got so tiny.
Dog. Shut your mouth.
Tell the viewers, tell your friends, and tune in right away. My page, the Stoop Radio Network. Check it out right now. The amazing Emily Cipriano from the Pennsylvania Pole Dance Academy, teacher, dancer extraordinaire, is going to do the toothbrush right here for my birthday.
Damn.
Happy birthday. Doesn't it just sounds like your daughter singing. Howard Stern's birthday was never this good.
I gotta get me some of them shorts. Jeff's drooling.
Guys, can you go please? For all you that tune in to see Blake Lewis, screw Emily, thank you so much.
So good.
But I love you and happy birthday.
Thank you. We love you too. Thank you so much for coming on. I know you kept asking. I'm like, I'm going to find a way. You always find a way.
You always find a way. You're super good. So you could actually see what was happening. So that's okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit. I'm going to get my ass kicked when this show's over.
Well, that sounds terrible, but I feel like you might enjoy it. If there's a sledgehammer, I feel like it might be a good birthday. You know what I mean?
You know the funny thing, Emily? And the fact that you came back on, a request to come on tonight was amazing because, like, I get jealous of the big guys. Like Howard Stern always had these birthday parties and all these bands come on and like
I was on Howard Stern.
But ain't nobody getting nothing. Howard Stern ain't never get nothing like that. Never.
But you're my favorite. You're my favorite.
Oh, you're my favorite.
But
you're going to have you back in again. Yes.
If you're going to do the sledgehammer later, take a deep breath. You know what I mean? You have to like breathe out, take a deep breath. You can't tense up. You know what I mean? Just don't tense.
No. Can I wear the crown?
Well, you have to wear the crown. It's your birthday. You know what I mean? Just take it.
Oh, I think we lost her. Oh, there she is. Dude, I think you're drunker than I am. We lost your audio. We can't even hear you. We can't hear you, Emily. Let us talk like we can. Just.
Oh, you got a messenger. Messenger.
We lost her again. I guess we gotta cut her loose. She's popping up. We lost her audio, and you keep popping up. Can I message her from here without? Oh, I can get her from here. Facebooky. Let me see if I can find her. Hang on. Jewel Entertainer. Make faces. I'm going to get it in a second. I'm going to get me some Emily. Not that way. Pretty sure my wife's still watching. Hates me right now. So, we're going to do a new thing near the end of the show. We're going to do a coronavirus find somewhere for Jeff to live until he goes upstairs and gets kicked out of the house.
Happy birthday.
So if you got somewhere Jeff could live, tune into www.jeffneedsaplace.com. Emily, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. I'm so sad. Oh, wait. I think we got it.
Mute it. You good now? Nope.
Nope. Mute Mike. Don't mute Mike. I'll mute Mike.
Tell her to check her thing.
We got a booby shot, too. We got some cleavage. Look at all the listeners that are growing.
Jeff, send her a message. What are you doing?
I did. I sent her a message. I sent you a message. If you can hear me, I sent you a message on Facebook.
No,
to tell you. She can't hear you.
She's looking at us.
We have derailed. We can't hear you.
I wonder if she can hear us.
Can you hear us? Give me a 1 if you can hear me. You can hear us.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can just whoa. You can just sit there and look pretty.
This is the perfect birthday gift. A beautiful woman that can hear me and can't talk back. Ladies and gentlemen, what a gift. The gift that keeps on giving. We can't. I cannot hear you. Wow, that's. Oh, I hear that. Joel, can you step aside for a moment?
I'm out of here.
Emily, thank you for coming on. We're going to cut you loose. We love you. Thank you so much for coming on. It was awesome. The best birthday gift I could ask for. Emily Cipriano, ladies and gentlemen, from the Pennsylvania Pole Academy in Doylestown. And when all this ends,
I guess I got to take a class.
Chris, I will go with you. Serious exercise going on. Emily is an amazing teacher. Emily is badass. She takes no shit. So don't think you're going to walk into the pole academy and be like, oh, she's going to be like, look, ass, get up there, get out. Emily takes no shit. I love you.
Yes. You have to hang out. Woo! D-Town.
Be safe, too. And we'll see you right after this all ends. Emily Cipriano, ladies and gentlemen. Joel Tatey, let's give her the big round of applause. Yeah!
Yay.
She had a great episode of like 1,500 to 2,000 people tuned in to watch Emily. Really cool. She put me in my place. You'd be so proud. If you would have been there that night, you would have been high-fiving.
Oh, I saw it. I saw every minute of it.
You shut me up a little bit.
Yeah, she did. I need to take pointers.
she's so cool. And it's a great place. Again, Pennsylvania Pole Academy. A lot of my friends doing the pole thing. It's great exercise. I got it for my birthday. I just hope to God my wife wasn't watching because, like, you see my face, I'm like, dribble. She's a darling. She was a sweetheart. She kicks ass. She had something on Facebook today, warning the married men to hit on her. She says something like, next married man that hits on her, I'm fucking your wife. So, ooh. Super cool. Joe Tatey, for my birthday, it's shot time. And I had a shot or two before the show. I don't know if you noticed. And last week, we came back with the RX shot class.
Oh, well, can we do something to set up for this birthday shot?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Can we play the other Blake song and then we'll set up for a birthday shot?
Oh my God. I am the worst.
So I can fun.
We are. We're going to play Trouble.
Okay, great.
Blake Lewis. Right now, our guest on the ocean. You got time. Go do your thing. Trouble right now, the second single release of Blake Lewis's new album, Wonderland Unknown. Blake was our guest here tonight on the O Show. He's absolutely amazing. We're going to play that song right now. It is called Trouble right here, and we'll be back with you shortly with the Jeff and Jewel birthday shot.
My breath, future hasn't happened yet. Time won't wait, it's a burning cigarette. Take a step across the line with no fear of consequence. Tag my name on every side, leave behind innocence. Oh, I need to get over something real to make me feel like I could be everywhere, anywhere. All I wanna do is live my life on the move, like I got nothing to prove, nothing but nothing to lose. Life without a care. I'll never know where to go till I find it. A little taste of freedom won't be enough for me. 'Cause as soon as I get to you know I'll be busted loose. Risk it all, right wrong, I do believe. Oh, I'm in trouble now. Oh, I'm in trouble now. Cold regret, the past won't let me forget. Too much, too late, love's an unfamiliar friend. I don't want to waste my time getting drunk on confidence. I'll fly on clouds 1 through 9, leave behind ignorance. Oh, I need to get over something real to make me feel like I could be everywhere. All I wanna do is have my life on the move, like I got nothing to do, nothing more nothing to do. Life without a care. I'll never know where to go till I find it. The taste of it won't be enough for me. As soon as I get to you know I'll be busting loose. Risk it all, right or wrong, I do believe. Oh, I'm in trouble now. Hey. Oh.
very super special guest tonight on the Yo Show, Blake Lewis with Trouble.
Amazing.
Off the album Wanderlust Unknown, we played Pot of Gold, we played Trouble. Thank you very much to Blake Lewis, former American Idol superstar standout who should have won, but didn't. Joel Tatey, I'm going to take a moment right now and give a shout out to the podcasters around the world, because lately, the last couple of days, I've been reaching out to a lot of the people who do the podcast, webcast, broadcast. Met some great people, and thank you to everybody at the Promote Your Podcast page on Facebook, and everybody's following each other and sharing each other and just doing things to get us more heard. One person I met, this young lady from New York. Her name is Amber Coppola. Hello, Amber. She's a big friend of ours. Amber! Now, she asked me to keep the name of her show low-key, and she wants to wait till they get more episodes and she really gets booming. But Amber's got a brand new show coming out. And she's great. And I'm going to look it up right now because I'm so drunk I don't remember the name of it. It is Wind Down Wednesdays with Amber and Ashley. It's coming to all the major outlets near you. And she wanted to come on. She wanted to hear us and see how we do, because she's like, hey, you know, you guys have been doing it for a while. You must be good podcasters. Poor bastard really stepped in a pile of shit.
This is a fun night tonight.
It was a fun night. I'm telling you, it really is a good night. And I want her to be on board. I want Jewel to be on board, because we're going to do the birthday shot. And Jewel, the shot glass thing has been like a competition. Like, people last week didn't like the Breaking Bad one. They wanted me to bring the medical one back, and I brought it back. But this week, the shot glass of all shot glass. Now you see at the back? It says sexy.
Oh.
Oh, because I'm motherfucking
different ones.
I'm sexy. Oh, what do you got? Oh, yeah, because
I only have this one. I should have gone up. I'll bring it out next week. But
it's okay.
Is our 95th show. Did you know that? 95th?
95th show. Congratulations. Yeah. I love you for it. I love you every second. And there's Amber. She says, wahoo, birthday shots. I agree. She started following Jules. She started following the Stoop Radio Network. And, you know, we would like to bring her on one of these nights and get her accustomed. She does a great show. And she's like, no, I don't know if I should be outgoing and brash. I kind of like, you know what? Fuck it, girl. Fuck it. Be brash. Look at me. Look at my
Come be our guest.
Yes, you will.
Tons of fun.
Yeah. Do you see it? We got like pole dancers come out of nowhere. We're like, oh, they pole dance on your show.
Is Emily still watching?
Who?
Is Emily still watching? I have a present for you. I have a birthday present for you.
For me?
Yeah. But I need to know Emily's watching.
She is.
She's watching?
Yeah, she is.
There we go.
Oh my God. Joel Tatey is like stepped up and brought the sledgehammer. Oh, it's going to be a long night. I tell you what, quarantine or not, I'm driving up to Joel's house tonight. I'm sledgehammering my own ass. I can't wait. Very excited.
You could take it and keep it.
Just put your scent on it so I know it smells like you. You know
so
what?
I tried to do a big shooter of beer, but I ended up spilling it on myself. So here we go again. I don't have liquor.
When I say the beginning of the show, I mean it. Jewel is the sister from another mister. She is the co-host of The Mostest. And of all the women in the world, let's say, how many people? Let's say 1 billion women in the world. Jewel is number 1 billion of women who would ever come near me. And I bless you for that. You know, my annex. Here's to Jeff.
Here's to you.
Jeff, Jewel.
Happy birthday.
Here's to Amber. Here's to Emily. Here's to Blake Lewis. Here's everybody that came out. Jewel, seriously though, thank you for this tonight. I look so forward to this. I look forward to every Wednesday. I love hanging out with you. You're the fucking best. You're the queen. You really are my sister. You're the quarantine queen. I love you to pieces, kid. Let's get into this.
Happy birthday.
Woo! And no tequila, please. Woo!
I owe you, a real birthday party when we see it, because we did have plans this weekend and they got destroyed. So we will make it up and have the best party ever. Taurus season. Woo!
We will. We will have a banging birthday. And of course, again, we apologize for our man Troy David Hendrickson because he was supposed to have a big party down in Seattle. Troy's doing great though, Joe. I don't know if you caught the whole Aunt Mary Pat thing in the videos and him doing this thing. He has been absolutely amazing through this whole quarantine. He has been hilarious, and we love that guy.
Yo, you put him in a room with accessories, and he will provide entertainment for hours. He just is on point. His makeup skills are ridiculous. He's very current with pop culture and everything, and the classics. I don't know if you've seen his Reba McEntire or Cher. Holy shit, he's just amazing. He does it all. He's super funny. He's such a sweet, down-to-earth guy on top of that. Like, such a joy to hang out with him. And, yeah, and we will party soon. And to you, sir, are you going to say your age?
I will say my age. I am a little older than 21 today. I'm going to be
freaking
40.
21st and a half. You are the best radio host in the world, as given a trophy by the Radio Internet Society of America.
Pennsylvania Internet Radio Association of America. You know what? I got bad news. Joel, you're getting called out.
Oh.
Amber wants to know how you're letting me get away with only doing one shot. This is actually my fourth, but I'll do it again. Bring your beer shot up. I'm here.
I'm doing a power half hour.
Power half?
I keep spilling on myself. It's not working.
I only have beer. Gin Don.
Try to get liquor. It was a big hoax. Didn't give liquor out to anyone.
Holy moly. Tequila gets gross after a while. I ain't gonna lie. Unfortunately, tequila makes my clothes fall off. How's that song go? Boop, 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 boop,
Need a margarita.
Oh, margarita sounds fucking good. Jewel Tatey.
Yes.
Can you handle holding the fort down for the next 30 seconds while I go pee? Because I got to pee really bad.
Give me something to talk about. I can't just like...
All right. We're going to give Jewel 30 seconds to tell you why.
Okay.
I'll give you 1 minute.
Comments.
We'll give Jewel Tatey 1 minute to tell everybody why she does not wear push-up bras and tank tops. We'll be right back on the Yo Show.
Why I don't? No, why I do. He makes no sense. I'm just going to respond to comments. Said a beer. Yes, I can't get liquor anywhere. There was some liquor stores open. I'm too far away from Jersey now to go and get it. But, hey, we're hanging in. I have my trusty High Life, and we're going to do the damn thing. And I don't know if you've ever done a power hour, but you have enough shots of beer in a timely fashion and get pretty buzzed. So that's that. Jeff is the anchor of the show. I'm just the trusty sidekick. So throw me some questions and I'll do my best. Hopefully he doesn't pull a Jimmy Dugan. If you don't know that reference, I can't help you. Hope you're enjoying the show. We have about too long to go. Follow Blake Lewis. Follow Emily Cipriano. Support your local businesses. It's a tough time when you get out. And you don't have to shop at Walmart. Don't shop at Walmart. Everybody love everybody. Hey, it's a crazy, crazy we're living in. So, just hang in there, do your best. And I hear footsteps. Oh, it's awkward, isn't it?
I hear you.
Oh, I'm having a rough time. Having a rough go. Magoo. That was awful. Can you give me a song to sing or something?
I'm back. My man Bill
Thank
DeRose
God.
was next to him. Here I am, Bill.
Where's Jeff?
Where's
Whatever.
Jeff?
I guess I
Tell
wasn't
knock,
good
knock.
enough.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The Yo Show.
Yo, show who?
What's the fucking Yo Show, you jackass?
Knock, knock.
Who's
Oh,
that?
no. Say knock, knock to me.
Knock, knock.
Go away.
What is up, Bill DeRose? A lot of people came in later on, but we love you. Bill DeRose, Charles Saracen, thanks for showing up. Amber Coppola, I know you like Jules' style. We like your style, girl. We are going to cross-promote. We're going to have you on. We're going to talk about your show. You're going to come on and drink with us, too. You're going to sit here just like this. And you're going to drink with us. Or, Jewel, wait a minute. The four of us? Three of us. Three of us? Three of us. Jewel, me, Amber, all go to the Pennsylvania Pole Academy.
I can't go, man.
Come on,
Go.
dude, you
Just
got
step
it.
foot in that place. I will support her till the dogs come home. But you know what? I'm ready for that.
Not get on the ball, huh? Oh, come on, Joel.
Whew. That's
I
some
gotta be
skill,
honest.
man.
I got to be honest. A lot of people watch the Yo Show to see Jewel. And I get that. Jewel's beautiful, pretty girl, very outgoing, fun, great. We get that. But think how many people would tune in to watch my ass get on that pole. And I'm going to do it. I'm doing it for
Are you
the
going to
Yo
do
Show.
it? I'll do it if you do it. How about that?
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Even Amber said 100% participation only.
I'll do it if Emily,
Emily's doing it.
comes out with us
Amber's
and
doing
hangs
it.
out.
Ah, Christ, are you kidding me? That's like asking a baby to suck from a bottle. Emily's down. We couldn't go out that night because we were in the lockdown.
There's all some places around there. So, good old time. Great
So,
time.
Amber's from New York City. She's got to get her ass down to Philly, and the four of us. I got to bring my wife too. Honestly, let's get real now. I'm showing it too much. I got to bring my wife too, so she can watch us on and film us and being assholes. But it sounds great. What do you think? You don't want to pull today, so Tatey? I don't know.
Yo, I respect the art. I
love the art. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the key to getting Joel Tatey to do a whole lot of anything. Load her up. I won't tell anybody about that night that we all hung out with Troy David Hendrickson and we went out afterwards.
Shut up. I'm a good dancer. I danced for 18 years. I'm just, unsure about getting on a pole on the upper body strength.
Let me see that upper body strength. Let me see
I'm
that.
working on it. I'm trying. Getting baby
Ladies and
biceps.
gentlemen, it's about to be the moment you all waited for, and then he ran to the side. This has been a great birthday episode. I want to thank myself for being awesome. No, seriously, I want to thank Joel Tatey. We're not leaving yet, Joel. We got technically 9 minutes left. Depends on how good we keep going. Like, I'm going to do. But seriously, thank you, Joel, for being awesome. Thank you to Emily. Thank you to Blake. Thank you to Amber. And ladies and gentlemen, in the last few moments, our very special guest, the one and only Mr. Henry.
Numbers.
I love you so much.
Does he enjoy when you scream in his face like that?
Hates it. Absolutely hates it. He hates when I pick him up. He hates being on camera. He hates the Yo Show. You hate the Yo Show. I am in love with this dog. Like if I had a choice between my wife and this dog, I always tell my wife if a bus was driving down the street and her and Henry were in the street, and I can only save one of them, I tell Henry that we really miss his mommy. Relax. He's like trying to jump off. He wants to kill us so bad. All right, I got you, buddy. All right, man. Wow. He did not want any parts of the Yo Show tonight. Jesus Christ.
Poppers.
He's like running around in circles right now, but he's the best. I love him. And I love everybody that tunes in. seriously, getting back to like that podcast, promote your podcast, and everybody's go, well, my show's about talking about heaven, and my show's talking about grass. Fuck you! You know what your show's about? Talking about shit, acting like an ass, and bringing people in and watch you be a moron with pole dancers and American Idol host and Jewel being badass and me being a dumbass. That's what your show's about. Put that in your fucking podcast. What do you think, Joel?
Can you hear me?
I can now.
During your most outrageous speech of the night.
That was
American Idol, pole dancing. We got it all, man. Birthdays, puppies. What?
On the same show,
Same night.
in the same night, we had an American Idol runner-up, a pole dancer, a dog, fellow podcasters, and my birthday. Like, what? You don't get. Joe Rogan doesn't do this shit because Joe Rogan sucks. Hashtag.
Yo, there needs to be a Yo-Show drinking game. Whenever we drink, someone else has to drink. And you have to learn if you're playing along.
I like it.
That's a good idea.
I definitely like it. Next week on the Yo Show, we don't have a guest lined up because next week, Jewel is going to come on the show in bra and panties. Next week on the Yo Show.
I have to get those, what are they called? Women boxers. I forgot the name. Women boxers? Women
Boy
boxers?
shorts? Women boxers?
They're not boy shorts, though. She said they're more comfortable than that. I have to go to that place.
Oh, you mean the one? Oh, my God. You got to ask her.
I did ask her 5 times. She said it. We'll keep in touch. I wanted to tell you, Isolation Idol too. I have to promote.
Oh yeah, Isolation Idol. Tell me a little bit. You know more about it than I do. What's going on with Isolation Idol?
I don't really. No, you did. WMMR is running a contest. Isolation Idol. Our girl, Nicole Taylor.
Yes, our girl Nicole Taylor is one of the front runners in Isolation Idol. Thank you, Jewel, very much. Preston and Steve, WMMR, right here in Philadelphia. They're having an Isolation Idol where people are singing, the people are trapped out. Our great friend Nicole Taylor, our former tattooed love, she's like a finalist, isn't she? Is she a finalist?
Yeah, so can we get her on Wednesday after the show airs Friday? That'd be a good 96th episode. Nicole?
She's dying to get on. She hates us for not being on.
She's got to get her husband to wrangle the kids. I mean, I got a babysitter tonight. That's why we haven't seen Joey so much. She did the little intro video with me. But, yeah, we have to get Nicole in here and sing live.
That'd be awesome. She's very talented. Great voice. I didn't really know. I kind of found her through...
blew me away, man.
You get that Facebook people you may know thing, and I seen her, and I'm like, all right, let's see what she's all about. So I click her, and I see Inc. magazine, and I see, like, her husband, I shouldn't say it. Her husband does his job, which made me know other people that do that job.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, let's add. And she added, and her whole venture through the whole Inc. magazine thing was incredible. And I feel bad because she said in the end, and like you see, in the end, it's all about sponsored celebrity people. She did amazing. She got all the way to the quarters. Her and like 30 girls out of like 10,000.
Yeah, I mean, that's an achievement in and of itself. Like Blake, yes, he wasn't the winner, but look at him. I mean, he's such an accomplished artist. Like, just because you don't win a contest doesn't mean you are insanely talented.
You don't have to win it right. You don't have to win a contest to be at the top. Look at the Yo Show. We're number 2 right now behind Joe Rogan.
Preston Steve.
Preston Steve. So here's the Facebook post. Joe, I got to show it for you. Just made a little guest appearance on the Yo Show for Jeff Green's birthday and made a little pole dance happen. Check them out. Like, follow the Yo Show. Support good people. Oh,
hey,
Emily.
You're the best.
I might cry. She is the best. I got wish happy birthday. Kelly Resch wished me happy birthday. I got bad news. My birthday's not on Monday, but I'm thinking anyway. I love you for it. Thank you so much. There's me like replaying our Facebook. I should turn that off. Joel, we're supposed to have 3 minutes left. I don't know you, but I'm in no hurry. But whatever you got to do. I understand you have responsibilities that go on.
I'm working still. I'm working from home. I'm homeschooling, like all the other parents, and it's.
How's it doing? How's working from home? Are you being productive? Like, honestly, working from home. Is it productive?
I have to be, yes. Yeah, like my phone's set up. I got my office all set up-ish. But that work on top of like homeschooling, and homeschooling is no joke. And I have a kindergartner, and it's like a full day, and then trying to get show stuff in. It's a lot. What are we gonna do? You know, it's
what can we do?
It's a sick, sad world.
It is a sick, sad, dirty, twisted, perverted world. Listen to this tonight.
All that. I hope Emily saw my sledgehammer. I'm sure.
I don't know, but you know what though? Hold on a second. Save that because I'm going to screenshot.
You gonna take a picture of me?
I am going to take a picture of that. I'm going to send that to her, and she's going to love it. That is perfect, Emily. Here it is. Jewel.
Should be a Viking this Halloween.
Okay. Yeah, and you got to come to my fucking party this year, damn it.
Hey! What was I doing last year?
Hey. I don't know. Yay. I was Freddie Mercury. I kicked ass last year. My costume was awesome. And my niece was here, and I want you to meet my niece. I want you to meet the people who are important to me because you is my sister, and I love you. And a huge thanks to my girl, Jewel, Katie, sister from another mister, co-host with the most, is probably the best damn person anybody could ever ask for. When those promote your podcast, people are like, how do you get a good co-host? Dude, you just dig. And you dig, and you bring in all these and you bring in all these hot bitches, and then one day some cool chick comes on, she's like,
that's not
karaoke, and I'm doing it. I know. I'm telling you what, man.
Jeff's like, I had this really hot girl, and she fell through. So I had to like settle for this bitch.
There is no settle. You are fucking awesome. You are all I could ask for. I love you for it. Like I said, there is a massive platonic family love here for me and Jewel.
Love you, man. Happy birthday. One more time. Jeff's 21st birthday.
Thank you.
You had a hell of a show. Hell of a show. God, I'm jealous. Blake Lewis, Emily, sheesh.
I had Blake Lewis. I had Emily in voice shorts or half a short or whatever.
I better get a goddamn good birthday show after this.
Yeah, man. The pressure's on getting my wife a good birthday, getting Jewel a good birthday show. A lot of pressure.
Yep.
I quit. I love you. You're the best. Thank you for making this great, as you always do. You did tireless work to get Blake here. You've been chasing this forever through a shot down, through a cancel, through a comeback, give him the emails, give him the spot to find us, and him just being amazing. Jewel, you really are. You're a diamond in the rough. I couldn't be any luckier. I couldn't thank God enough for your presence. Thank you. I'm getting sappy.
Oh, shucks.
Oh,
you have a great drink every day. Drink every day until your birthday, and then when your birthday comes, drink some more. And I'll be there in spirit. We will party like it's 1999 when this is
I love it.
over. Or 2020, because 2020 is apocalypse. So, you know.
Worst year ever. Worst year ever.
We'll make it. Make it through.
Absolutely. I agree. And we will be back. And we'll be in studios. And we'll be doing up. We'll have like piles of people watching. And Emily's going to pole dance in our studio with me. And you're going to commentate.
I'm going to go live from that studio. That studio is crazy.
Oh, I'm doing it. I'm telling you, dude. I am doing it. I'm getting on the pole. You think I'm kidding? I'm on it. Oh, I made a costume change. Into my St. Ricketts, www.saintricketts.com. BlakeLewisGames.com. They do our theme song. And
I'm wearing my shirt next week, so don't wear yours.
Dang, I'll probably wear some in the Guns N' Roses family.
Wear yours. I don't know. You only have like 3 shirts, right? 2 Guns N' Roses. The same.
Thanks, dickhead. www.julesadickhead.com. Now, I got a lot of Guns N' Roses. I got like 8 or 9 Guns N' Roses shirts. 8 or 9? No, Dude, I don't want to like rehear myself. How do I turn myself off?
Mess.
Huge mess. There's a few people that are left watching. You poor baby. A tremendous thanks to our guest tonight, Mr. Blake Lewis from American Idol. The brand new album, ladies and gentlemen, is called I Lost the Page.
Wanderlust Unknown.
Wanderlust Unknown is a brand new album from Blake Lewis. Get it now on iTunes and Spotify and Apple Music and all the places to get great music first. Also available on CD and vinyl, as Blake showed us tonight. So Blake Lewis, check him out now. Thank you very much, Blake, for coming on tonight. We really appreciate it. It was awesome. A humongous thanks to Emily Cipriano from the Pennsylvania Pole Academy for making a super last-second guest appearance for my birthday. Thank you. Thank you for the dancing. Thank you for the love. Big shout-out and welcome to our new girl, Amber Coppola. We'll be learning a lot more about her show in the very near future out of New York. She kind of wants to do a little crossing with me and Jewel. I don't blame you. Me, her, Jewel. I'm down. I'm acting like my wife's not listening. I'm still getting my ass kicked. Still getting my ass kicked when this is over.
Yeah.
Special thanks and hello to our man Mo Wise. Remember that, Mo? We love you, bro. Yeah, I love your watch. You're probably not watching. You fucking hate us now. I get it.
No one hates clients anymore. Hey, support your local businesses.
Support all your local businesses. And don't forget, once again, seriously, May 2nd and 3rd, the Bucks County food drive. It's going on. Check out the local listings. Check out our page or the Stoop Radio Network page. Get information on that. May 2nd, of course, 499 Beechwood Avenue, Langhorne, PA, from 10 to 12. And May 3rd is Mary's Cupboard at 100 Levittown Parkway in Levittown. Food drive for the people right now suffering through all this tough times. We're doing great here. We will see you next Wednesday. We don't have a guest lined up yet. We might get somebody to tune in. Might get somebody to join in. But if we don't, you'll still get me and the gorgeous one, Joel Tatey. We thank you very much, everybody, for coming out tonight. Again, thanks for Blake Lewis. Thanks to Emily Cipriano for coming on our show, making it worthwhile. Thank you for everybody for celebrating my birthday and the great wishes and comments. For Jeff the Shark Perini and Joel Tatey, thank you so much from the Yo Show. We wish you a good night. We wish you to stay safe. And, of course, don't be a douche.
And be nice to people. And don't get near them in any fashion.
Especially the crappy ones. I don't want to leave, but I got to leave. We're going to leave you. We're going to... Oh. Joel, Wednesday's so far away. We might have more Yo Show like snippets in the future, so hang tight, because I got some ideas. Anyway, Jeff the Shark Perini, Joel, the Queen of Quarantine, Tatey. We're going to take you out once again with our boys from St. Ricketts, but fire cannot burn right here on the Yo Show. We'll see you next Wednesday. Have a great night. Ah! What the hell happened to the music? We're going to take you out again with St. Ricketts. Have a good... What the fuck is going on?
Oh, man.
Okay. Hang tough, everybody. What the hell happened here? You'll sing or something, would you?
Hang in tough.
Hang in tough. You need to sing a solo Joel Tatey happy birthday. You know I did it on your birthday.
For the way you deal with U.S. Steel.
Oh my God.
We thank you so much. Everybody.
What the
birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
Mr. Spinner.
Show. Happy birthday to
Dude.
you. Where's the music? Need to cut this.
If you could see it, it's like fast forward streaming and I can't get it to play.
I
I
can play
hate
from my
this
phone. Let me do that.
Yes, can you? Because I
I mean, it's
fucking
gonna
hate
sound like duty, but you know.
anything to get us out of this mess right now.
Okay.
I fucking heart you, you crazy ass. You're going silly enough to get into this disaster area. Dude, why won't this play?
We love you all.
We love you all. Yeah, world.